how'd you get in there? You stuck? Another big historical step for our farm. We made a little pen. We bought some pigs. We arranged for these pigs a while ago. They are now weaned from their mamas, or from their mama. And so we picked them up. And this is the first time you're gonna get to see Countryside Acres piggies. Niet boten. Zo. The linkje swing. Oh, catch him. Catch him. Hold him. Grab his back legs. Got him?
Yep.
We got 5 little piggies. Got him?
Yeah.
He's crazy piggy, eh?
Yeah.
You're a pig farmer now. Pig. Hey, dude.
Summer is crazy. You got him?
Where are you going? Where are you going? You're gonna go see Papa? See what Papa picked up?
Side.
Yeah? I'm gonna go see what Papa brought home? Yeah? You come and look at the piggies? Nice. Oh, what is it?
It's a pig.
It's a pig. You're right. It's like your bouncy pig.
Sleeping.
Are they cute? I think they're cute.
He's sleeping in the bed.
The day's just about over, but we did actually get a lot done today, and I didn't film a thing. I just went and got grain, so locally, about 15 minutes away from here, roughly. Picked up a bunch of grains. This is the second time there. Super nice guy. He's got a bunch of it there. We shovel a bunch of bags full, bring it back, and we use that for feeding the chickens, and now we will also use it for the pigs. Now long term, we hope to grow our own grain here on the farm, but obviously we're not at that point yet. Then we drove quite a ways away, about 40 minutes probably, to get these pigs, so now I'm back with that. But this morning we are working in here. So this is our dairy barn facilities, or will be. So we're busy putting a ceiling in here right now. We'll have cows tied up underneath here, and then up there we will have lots of room for other stuff. So working on that. This will be a stair hole to get up. Still looks like it's bigger than it needs to be, but I think it should work. And so Wes and Waylon have been working on that while I was going getting the pigs, and now we'll carry on. Yeah? You get it all done tonight? Maybe. No, I don't think so. Get this part done anyway. But we won't get all that done. Well, we could if we wanted to work late, but tomorrow is another day. Then I got some OSB to lay up on top of that for now. And then we need to get this formed up, ready for concrete. I want to pour a feed alley on the one side. The area where the cows lay, we're going to keep sand, so we have to bring sand in. But I really like sand bedding. It's very comfortable for them. Then they've got to pour concrete gutter back here for the manure, and then a walkway here as well. And in the front here, there's going to be a large area for milk storage and processing. All yummy products for you. And then we got to build a wall in here yet as well, because I want to keep things separated. Keep it clean and tidy. Good morning, everybody. It is Friday, I think. Maybe Saturday. Can't remember. May 3rd, I believe, today. Birds are chirping. And the weather's not too bad. It is plus 9 degrees. I just heard Moscow got a bunch of snow last night, so I feel bad for all of you folks over there. And it went down to 0 or something in Moscow. But we have plus 9 this morning still here in Nizhny. Can't complain with that at all. Back in the barn here, we're finishing this off. Right now we're cutting these posts to set the other beam on. Now, you might say, well, there's nothing left. Well, there's still something left. basically all we need is down pressure. These are on concrete footings. We've poured concrete in the ground, and these posts are on the concrete, and we just need down pressure. But we're leaving the center piece of the post just so that when cows move around here, it can't go anywhere. It's still solid and stuck. So you can see here as well, there's still a sliver of post in there, cut in, and that is more than enough to do that. So we're going to finish it up. Then we got to put one more board across here. Then we're going to start doing the joists on this side. After that, we're putting the OSB on top, and then that part's done. Next stage, we're going to put some plastic on the ceiling. Poly, we always refer to as 6mm poly because that is typically what we would use in Canada. This stuff that I'm using now, I think it might actually be a lot thicker than that. It sure feels like maybe like a 9mm or something, but we'll put it up there as a vapor barrier, and later on one day when I can afford it, we'll insulate it. Right now we can't. We're just gonna put it on there to keep the wind from blowing in here. And then we can install these windows, and we can start building all of these windows. Will be good. Then we want to, well, that won't be today, but we're gonna get this ready for concrete here as well, and start laying this all out for stalls, feed alley, get all that figured out. Always lots going on. So we got more and more animals here all the time. We picked up the 5 pigs. They're doing really well. This morning we checked on them. We've got chicks outside right now in the greenhouse. We moved 120 of them out of the house because it's just, there's too much in there. It's okay for a little while, but they're really starting to smell now. We don't want that in our house, but we just don't have anywhere else to put them yet. So we got to get that ready. But at least 120 of them are outside now. And if you are interested in some chicken meat, we will start having that available probably in 5 weeks-ish. We'll see how they grow. We'll start selling some chicken meat, so you can contact us. VK is probably the best. The link should be down below for our VK page. It's probably the best place to reach us for that. And closer to, we'll announce as well when we have some ready so that you guys can get access to that right away. What else? I think that's it. I just love how the birds are chirping here this year. There's so many birdies in these trees. It's awesome. Really, really lovely. I don't know if that picks up on camera or not, but it's a beautiful sound for sure. So we're gonna carry on here. The chainsaw just had an issue, so we stopped. It's right here. We'll get it fixed up. Then I'll finish cutting this post, get the rest of the framing done. Now this one, I moved the beam over, so it's successfully in that. This post is not in line with these green ones. These green ones are all on their own. These are perfectly lined up here. If you can see, there's multiple posts and they're perfectly lined up. And that's where I want these ones. They did not have to be in line with that guy. I was going to put the beam in line with this beam, but then it would have been in the window hole, and so now it's not. That's just fine. And there's going to be a wall under here anyway, so you can say, well, Aaron, it's not sitting on the post. No, you're right, it's not, but that's okay. It doesn't matter because there will be a wall under here separating the milk house from the cows through here. So it'll hold this beam up anyways, and now one of them is on it, is sitting on the post, and then the wall will hold up the rest when we get it built. But for now, it's perfectly fine. So we will lay those out here yet as well. And I got to build a staircase. I'll keep it floating on the bottom for now until we get concrete put down, and then it'll sit on it. Super excited getting all this ready to go. It's been a long journey. We've been on this farm for 10 months now. Doesn't seem like a long time, I guess, but we've accomplished quite a bit, I think. And this year we're hoping to tie all these loose ends together and get all these projects completed and finally get profitable. We've been in the country now for, got to think that through, I think it's about 14-15 months we've lived here in Russia now. And obviously it took us a while to get our bearings and figure things out and then find land. And then once we found the land and purchased it, it's now been 10 months that we've lived here getting all this work done. So it's a lot of stuff going on in setting up a new farm, new homestead, whatever you want to call it. But this year we're really hoping to tie all these loose ends together. We've got quite the garden in already as well. And yeah, we look forward to sharing that with you, sharing how we do and why we do what we do, I guess. I'm gonna put a little more gas in the chainsaw. The pull cord, it's one of those soft starts. I'm not a huge fan. They are easier to start, but I'm not a huge fan of these soft starts. But it somehow, when Wes was starting it, the rope ended up on the wrong side, and so all of a sudden we had lots of extra rope and it was tied up. We couldn't pull it anymore. We had to pull this open and fix that up. Now he's going to put some oil and some gas in her, and we will carry on working. Framing's all done. Boys are working on OSB right now, putting on here. Got the front section done. I am starting to build the stairs. I ended up making the hole bigger than needed, so I'm shrinking it up, and we'll cover that all up here. There, get that all on, and I'm gonna build stairs. Now, building stairs for barns is a whole lot more simple because they don't need to be as comfortable. It's just something you need to be able to use to get up and down. Typically, I like to use at least a 2x10. This is only a 2x8, a large 2x8, a real 2x8. But it'll work just grand. So I'm figuring out my angles right now, and then I will cut it to length and try it. Now again, I don't have any concrete on the floor yet, but we'll just leave it elevated. We'll put something underneath it, and then when the time comes to pour concrete, I'll have to maybe suspend it from the ceiling or something, get the concrete all hardened up, and then we'll rest it back down. So pretty exciting. Eli's doing some cleaning up, looks like, stacking some lumber for size, and we still got some OSB there yet. So yeah, coming together, very exciting. Always is. And then I'm still figuring out here exactly what we want to do, you know, where exactly the curb's going to go and all that kind of stuff. But very much looking forward to milking some cows in here. Be exciting. It just takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of work. But I keep reminding myself we've got so much done. It's only been 10 months, and we'll keep plugging away. With God's blessings, everything will take shape, and we'll start producing some good food very soon. All right, lots of progress again. We've got this all plywooded up. It's not a huge amount of headroom here, but still gonna be lots of space. Very nice. Boys are working hard at that. I built the stairs so we can get up and down now, which is also gonna be lovely. And very nice. Very nice, very nice, very nice. So for downstairs yet, for ventilation, I want to build some shafts along the wall here, and then we'll feed that up into the attic, and likely build some chimneys up on the ridge yet, but not right now. Right now we'll just build the shafts in here so that the airflow can come from the bottom windows up along the ceiling and up here is the plan. Right now we'll finish this off though. Yeah, very exciting. Get ready for some concrete. A guy that I met here locally not too long ago, super nice guy, excavating business as well. I just asked him if he knew somebody local with a concrete mixer, and he has one, so that'll be great. We'll try to borrow that next week and mix up some concrete for in here for curbs and slabs, basically everything to get ready for cows. Good morning, everybody. Today is Saturday, May 3rd. Trees pretty well got all their leaves on. It's a windy, cool day today. We are working away in our dairy barn right now. We're going to be building windows. Building windows, you say? Why would you buy or build windows when you can just go to the store and buy them? Well, it's a simple answer. It's because they're cheaper when you make them yourself. The same reason why we do pretty much everything ourselves, because it saves us a lot of money that we otherwise would have to spend. So if your pile of money is this big and you have to pay other people to do everything, you're not going to get very much done. But if you do everything yourself, you get twice as much work done. And so there's no way we would have been able to get all the stuff done that we've done here on this farm if we had paid other people to do it. We would have ran out of money a long time ago. And so as much as possible, we try to do absolutely everything ourselves and try to find the cheapest solutions, still good solutions, but cheapest solutions to our problems. So these are polycarbonate panels. They come in a 6-meter length. I've cut them down to 2 meters so they would fit in my van, and I have enough of them to do these windows. I have store-bought windows for these holes because I want it a little bit warmer, but here where the cattle are, it doesn't matter as much. And so we're going to do 2 layers of polycarbonate. That gives a pretty decent R value actually, because it is hollow. It's like a truss core material. Okay, if you can see that. That's how thick it is, filled with air and lines. And so we're going to do 2 panels together, and that is going to be our thickness of our window. We're going to make a wooden frame. We've got some pieces cut for that in the table saw already. These are our sides, that's our tops and bottoms. We're now making a jig so we can cut them all to the same length because they're all the same heights. and then we're going to be building the panels, or the putting them together. After that, we're going to trim it out with metal so it looks nice as well. And these panels, the idea is that they're going to be able to tip, not fall out, but they're going to be able to tip in to allow lots of airflow, or we can just tip them and pull them out completely. So they won't be stuck, there won't be any hinges on them. There's going to be a tipping design, probably a little chain on the top to keep them from going too far. That will allow a lot of airflow to come up right along the top here, and we're going to be putting vents on the back side that'll run up inside the attic. So that is the plan. You're watching Countryside Acres. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to check out the links down below. There is lots of great things there for you. You can also, if you choose to, you don't have to, but if you choose to, you can support us on our Boosty platform as well as on VK, where we are now selling some products. This is a big help to us and helps us here continue to grow the farm and invest in our future and in our community. This is the first semi-completed window. We've got a frame to help stiffen it up. And what I use is my staple nailer, as it holds a little bit better. And that's basically just temporary, because we're going to bend up trim now. And so the metal trim, Wes and Wayland are going to work on that now. We'll go over this and around again and then back in. Also covers up the wood, make it look nicer, and then we'll caulk it so it's sealed. But that is the first panel. We tried it on all of these longer windows, upstairs as well. Fits good. So now I'm going to go ahead and produce 7 more. I need 8 of them total. That was a long lunch, absolutely delicious lunch, and just a great atmosphere. Friends came over. We don't get a lot of work done that way, but it's necessary and really enjoyed it. Played some card games as well, socialized, and now we go back to work. So Wes and Wayland have bent up a bunch of trim. Put this on here so it don't blow away. Got them all cut. And this is the trim that we're going to be using to put on the windows. So I'll bring that over there now, and I will try to get some done. See how they turn out. This is what we've got going right now. Got a bit of a frame. I stapled it from the other side, bent the nails over, and so now we're going to try to put that on here, and hopefully it turns out as well as I think it will in my head. Now there's still if you see, there's obviously a problem because it can flex. It is just plastic, so we're hoping to eliminate some of that. But really, once they're in the hole and they can only do this, it should be fine. Yeah, all we can do is try it and see how it turns out. Going on here, I made it 3 centimeters longer. So I measure from here across the other side, and I add 3 centimeters to each side for the bottom part. Sides and tops, everything's different. For the bottom part, it's 3 centimeters longer, which allows me to wrap this part around. Okay, and that's what I got going on here. All right, but then of course the top and the bottom, I don't need them longer because they'll just stick out. So you got to cut those off, which I've done. They're cut off, if it'll focus. And then I bend this around. And then of course this side, I still need this side here, but this piece I can't have running through here because the wood's in the way. So it has to be cut off, and that's why I've got this notch in it. So I got to turn it around now, like so. And now, hopefully it fits. And it doesn't always, but that's fine. So that'll be my bottom. The top part, or the side part, sorry, goes over that. And always you want to overlap them. So you got to pick one side. It doesn't really matter which one's the top, either this one or this one. But now once this is on, that has to be the top. So that this piece overlaps this. Any water coming down will run over it. Okay, and then this side piece, I would then cut a 45 on. But not the bottom piece. The bottom piece, the metal goes right through. The side piece will have a 45, so it'll look like it's a nice mitered corner. And then again, on this side of the side piece, it'll run straight through, just like this one runs straight through. Okay, and then it's the top one here that'll have the 45. And so this side piece will bend around this corner, and then this top piece will just be straight with a 45 through here. But it's fairly straightforward once you get the hang of it, but I know a lot of people can just get hung up on that, and it's just a matter of thinking it through. I got Wes trained on it now. He did just an awesome job on these windows, and this was his first time doing it solo. I mean, of course, I peeked in on him once in a while, but he's come with me on many jobs over the years doing it. This is the first time I just let him just do it. And just like he's out there bending trim right now with Waylon, and now he'll be showing Waylon, and Waylon will get used to it and learn. Yeah, don't stress about it. Just take it one step at a time. This one's slightly bent wrong. I got it on now, but it's actually a little too tight. So this side's not bad. I got lots of room here, but on that end, it doesn't quite want to go down. It's a bit too snug over there. But other than that, worked out pretty good. Got you guys all out of focus. Anyway, you can see there's enough room here, but it must not be square because on the other end, I can't get it to sit right. But that's the idea, and now we're going to work on the sides. That's the first one. So gotta remember what's top and bottom here now. This was the bottom that we did, and then I like to put the side on, and it's got a 45 over it. Okay, and this one was bent up underneath, and then like I said, you come up here, it bends around. Now this one didn't quite work out right. Some of these aren't bent 100%, but it'll work. And then this is the top one that covers it all up again. So I need some longer screws for the back. Here I can screw right into the piece of wood, but on the back I got to go through 2 layers of the polycarb before I get into the wood. So I don't have anything long enough for that right now. And on this particular one, hopefully the rest are better. I think this is his first one that he bent, but the sizing here is a little bit off. And so that's why it's bent like this. It's sitting in. It didn't quite work out like it should have. The top here is not too bad. But the bottom one, I was having a really hard time, especially on the far side. But that's one window. So I've got it upside down here now. Yeah, that's the bottom. This is the top. So you can kind of see through it. It's not completely, it's more translucent than transparent, but it'll still let in a lot of light. As you can see, those are windows through it. And there's my fingers. And makes for a cheap option for a window. Double layer polycarbonate, still gives you some R value and allows some light to get through, but you don't have to pay the high cost of a prefab factory made window. I wouldn't do this in the house, obviously. Of course, this is not going to be quality enough for your house. But for a barn, it doesn't have to be super toasty in here. It just has to be comfortable, that's all. And I do know some people like to make the barn comfortable for the human, not thinking about the cow. You don't need to milk in a t-shirt. It's nice sometimes, but there's nothing wrong with wearing a sweater. It is better to have a cooler barn in the winter, not cold, but cooler barn, and better airflow than it is to have a airtight barn where it's nice and warm, but the smell is terrible. I've been in barns like that before. It just stinks like ammonia, and it's not healthy for the cow. The cow has to stand in there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, breathing that garbage in. It's not good for them. So you're better off to have windows that can open and have good ventilation and have a cooler barn. And just put a sweater on, put some overalls on, and milk cows that way. The cow don't care. The cow's got thick skin and fur and fat to keep her warm.
As the leaves change color, I dive into you when summer summer's fading. There's nothing to do but bask in the glory of the winter sun. Maybe this is the season of love.